Hey everyone, I'm Brix by Mind, and welcome back to the 69th episode of the Woo Crew Podcast. I'm here, as always, with my co-host, Matthew, and we're here to talk about all things going on in the LEGO world this week. Matthew's got his Tommy and Andreasen cosplay on.
I don't think this episode is very funny.
Alright, anyway, Matthew, for the record, I just pointed out that Matthew looks like Tommy Andreasen in the hat. That was not intentional.
This is not. I didn't actually know Tommy Andreasen wore a hat.
Yeah, he's got it on his profile picture on Twitter. Very fun. Anyway,
Cool.
Before we get started, real quick shout out to the YouTube members who helped support the channel. Very special thank you to Pyro, and Above, who are Tumbleweed, Garfield, and Suntan. Thank you very much. If you, the viewer, want to become a YouTube member, go click the join button next to the subscribe button. Now, let's get into this. So, Matthew, you ever heard of this thing called Lego?
No. Enlighten me.
So, you see, it's this building toy, and they got this show about these ninjas, and these ninjas that go on little adventures.
Don't they call that Bionicle?
Okay, let's get into the actual conversation. So, I think we should talk about the Ninjago stuff first.
Yeah, I agree.
It was revealed today, as of filming this, yesterday, as of this going up, that Cole is going to be recast in the next season of Ninjago.
Yep,
He's going to be played...
He's going to be played by me.
Nope. He's going to be played by Andrew Francis, who was previously the voice of Moro, Shade, and the leader of the League of J. How did you feel about this decision, Matthew? I know you saw
The decision to recast him or the casting?
Both.
I'm all for recasting him. He's an animated character, so I really don't think it's that strange. They've done it before in the series, so...
Yeah. It was just like...
But...
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
But, like, Lloyd was recast. Yes, that was a very positive, like, recasting, and I think he needed it. But, like, they've done it. It's going to sound a little different, and we'll get used to it. It takes some getting used to, I mean. But, like, we will get used to it.
And I agree. I think it was the right decision. I think... Because I know a lot of people were worried, like, this is... the response has been mostly positive, which I'm happy to see. I was a bit worried people were going to get upset. I only saw, like, one or two people that were like, LEGO's clearly just doing this for money.
Mm-hmm.
Which is just, like, not true. Because if they were doing it for money, they would have taken him out of the show, because Cole does not sell. So...
Yeah.
If it was a monetary thing, it'd be like, great excuse.
The other thing I would like to know is that this is a TV show of a product.
Yeah.
It is for money. Any TV show is made for money. They don't make this stuff for fun, whether you'd like to think they do or not. Like, they're not just like, guys, I have this really creative idea of Lego ninjas, and we're going to make toys out of these, and it's not for money. It is for fun, and it is not going to make us any profit. That's not what they're saying at Lego. They're like, they're doing this for money. It's all for money. Yeah. So...
But I think this was a respectful way to handle it, I
agree. And I think it's good they waited almost a year to say anything about it.
And I appreciate that they did say something about it. It's not like season 15 starts and it's just like suddenly Cole sounds different. Like, they released a statement, they're like, here's why we didn't get rid of the character, here's the other options we considered, and here's what we ultimately went with.
I agree.
I think that was good because it provided some perspective, and I agree writing Cole out of the show would have felt weird just right now, and I think it's good to keep him in the show. And I think they made a good point about how, like, yeah, the show's written in English and Kirby Morrow is, like, the original voice, but Ninjago's dubbed in over 40 different languages, so there's kids all around the world whose favorite character might just disappear for a reason they don't understand.
Yeah.
And it makes sense to, like, not want to take that away from them. So I do think this was the right decision.
And then, I think something else to note with that is writing him out of the show wouldn't make much sense. And I mean, I agree. It wouldn't make sense to kids, especially. Like, a kid is not gonna like know that, oh, the actor has passed away. Like,
yeah,
I know when I was a kid, I did not think about who the voice actors for things were.
Exactly. Yeah. So I do think this was the right decision. I think Andrew Francis was a good choice too. Obviously we have yet to hear his Cole voice, but the other characters voiced have had a deeper voice like Cole does. And I think it was smart to pick someone who has worked with the Ninjago team before, so it's not like we got a brand new person coming into this group of people who's worked together for 10 years. to suddenly be a part of. Though I guess they did that with Lloyd and it worked out fine.
Yeah.
But he's worked with Kirby before. He's worked with the rest of the team before, and I feel like he'll probably fit in pretty well.
I don't know. I feel like with Lloyd, like Kirby was one of the main four, so
yeah.
I feel like a little bit more of a big deal to me.
Yeah.
Also, voice was not good before they switched it.
Yeah. The original Lloyd voice was good for Child Lloyd and Child Lloyd only.
Yes.
Like, I nothing against... The actress did an amazing job, but she was a woman voicing a young man.
Yeah.
And, women can voice young boys fine, but when, Lloyd got to an age where it was like, okay, this voice does not fit him at all anymore.
Mm-hmm.
That made sense to recast it.
I agree.
And we also got confirmation of some Ninjago content for 2022. Very little, just that there's going to be a series of shorts in early 2022. I don't know if this is going to be in addition to the season or instead of the season. But it's exciting to know that we're getting something. I find it because they're shorts, they're probably going to be aired on YouTube. And I would find it very funny if these air before Seabound airs in the US.
I don't know if that will happen.
Dude, Ice Chapter didn't finish airing till February 2020. And Mass of the Mountain,
Nice.
forget when that aired in the US, but I think it was November or something. So it's unlikely, but it's not out of the question that this airs before Seabound. Which that would be something, man.
Yeah.
Which also, that's another thing to show how disconnected LEGO is from everything. Seabound, they're posting trailers for Seabound right now, but in this press release, they talk about the ending of Seabound, because they know everybody's already seen it. All the fans who actually care have already seen it.
Yep.
That's ridiculous, but yeah, anyway, this is something that happened. I think this was the right decision, and I'm excited to hear Andrew Francis in January. Or not January, but
when we hear him.
In the winter. Yeah. Alright, also, that's about it for Ninjago, but we got a rumored list of LEGO Series 22 collectible minifigures. And these actually sound really good. Now, what?
I agree.
So do you want to go through them each one by one? I'm looking on Promo Bricks. That's the source of this Promo Bricks.
On the website or on their Instagram?
It might be on their Instagram as well. I'm going on their website because they have full descriptions too. I think they just had the names on their Instagram, the full descriptions on their website.
Alright, they don't even have the names on their Instagram, so...
Okay.
Promobricks.de.
Yep. Anyway, here I just pulled up on screen for the viewers to see. Here's the full list of characters. We have a Moon Warrior, a girl in a raccoon costume, a forest spirit, man with a racing wheelchair, insect alien, woman in chili costume, girl with foal, snow warrior, figure skater, bard robot, and researcher.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Yeah, so want to go through each of these one by one,
Yep.
give our thoughts? Moon Warrior with sword and shield and with a printed crescent moon. Need to see what that looks like, but could potentially be cool.
Matthew's very excited for this because my guess is it's medieval.
Yeah. I did notice quite a few, there seems to be, a theme with a few of them that kind of feel like they're, it's we had the Moon Warrior, the Forest Spirit, the Snow Warrior, and the Bard, and I feel like those four all, we haven't seen it, but they probably all look nice together.
Yeah, you're probably right.
They're all, fantasy medieval style.
Yeah.
Then we have a girl in a raccoon costume, another costume character. Could be cool, could be boring. We'll have to see what it looks like.
It could be good.
Yeah, costume characters are hit or miss for me. It has the potential to be very funny, though. Raccoons are funny, so I'm down for it.
I agree.
If it came with a raccoon accessory, it'd be especially good, but
yes.
This is still fine.
Yes, I agree. I think this could be one of the better costume suits, though.
Yeah. Forest Spirit with short legs, green cloak, acorn hat, stick, and toadstool. This sounds awesome.
Yeah, I agree. It sounds so good.
Yeah. Man with racing wheelchair. I'm excited for that one.
Have you...
We can't talk about the one thing because that is a leak, but...
Okay.
Well, let's just say this one sounds exciting, and we'll move on from there. Insect alien with purple body with plastic space logo on the torso, pink head with antennae, green wings, and a weapon. Sounds cool. Classic space logo, of course, because LEGO can't make a single space figure without a classic space logo on it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But the color combination sounds interesting. Pink and purple with green wings.
Yeah, I'm curious to see this one.
I like fun alien figures, so this sounds really fun.
I like just putting all of the weird aliens in Mos Eisley.
Yeah, that's actually a cool idea.
Like, I just have so many random figures in that set, but it looks really cool.
Yeah. Alright, next we have a woman in a chili costume.
Um, does that mean she's, like, cold? I don't quite understand what... this could be, like, a translation thing, but I don't know what it really is.
Are you joking, or...?
Yeah, I'm joking.
Okay, I just want to make sure. But this is I can imagine what this figure looks like already in my head.
It's probably going to be the worst figure of the series.
It might have a cool face print, potentially, but we'll
I
have to
never
see.
care about the face print enough for it to make it, like, a good figure.
Yeah. Girl with full... This sounds like it's the worst figure in the series. We'll have to see, like, what the girl minifigure looks like, but... Yeah. This is, like, giving me big vibes of the violin player from the last, like, number of minifigure series, where it was, like, it was a fine-looking minifigure, but they were only selling it for the accessory, and the rest of the figure was not worth the price, so...
Yep.
I mean, we'll see. Maybe the girl minifigure could be amazing, but...
It probably won't be. It'll probably just be like a farm girl.
Yeah. Next to a snow warrior with white-beard, sword shield with a snowflake print. Durmstrang? Is that how you pronounce that?
Yeah, that's from Harry Potter. That's like the... Durmstrang is the Hungarian wizard school, and they got this like big old hat thing. It's like a Russian-style hat.
And a husky. This sounds awesome. This is probably the one I'm most excited for.
Moon Warrior and this one are, like... This series is just really exciting.
Yeah. I like ice characters. If you guys don't know that about me, that's like...
I didn't know about you.
That's one of my things. I love ice characters. So, this is very exciting to me. Next is the figure skater. Another one we're not going to talk about because it's hard to give an opinion on this one.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah. I'm excited for that too. Bard with loot, another one I'm very excited for. Obviously, I need to see it, but I like the idea of these fantasy characters.
Fantasy characters are like my favorite kind of minifigures to get in LEGO, so that even though we don't get sets anymore, really, the fact we're getting all of the, like, every CMF has like at least 2, so it's cool to see them like continuing it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, I really loved from the last series, which I don't think was a great series. The centaur figure was cool. Like, that was a cool...
Yeah, no, the centaur figure was awesome.
Wasn't there one more too?
What?
Like a fantasy figure in that series?
There was... It wasn't fantasy, but there was like the Aztec warrior.
Okay, I thought there was one more.
There might have been. I can't think of it off the top of my head.
What series was that?
21.
LEGO CMF 21.
The series numbers match the year now.
Okay. No, it was just the horse. Okay. Oh.
Alright, anyway, next for this series, there's a robot in orange with an arm that can pick up tools, e.g. a hammer, a wrench, or a unicorn horn as a drill, and a small robot side build in red. This sounds really cool. Very excited for this one. I like robot figures, but another one I'm not going to talk too much about. Very
excited for this one.
And then finally, we have the researcher with dual molded legs, bag binoculars, and a toucan. Very excited for this one, actually. I really want to see that toucan.
I feel the same way. This could be, like, really, really cool.
Yeah, no, this could potentially be awesome. So, and dual molded legs, always great to get. Yeah, this series sounds good. Obviously, we only have descriptions, so who knows if it's actually going to be good or not, but I'm cautiously excited.
No, I'm honestly excited. Like, honestly, I'm excited for this.
Yeah.
Oh.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Dropped my phone.
Oh, no. Alright, and then that's it for the minifigure series. And the only other, like, major rumor is Bricks also mentioned the... what was it? The next modular building is going to be a hotel and art gallery. With 6 figures. They
usually come with 6 figures.
Yeah. I mean, it's a cool idea. I like the idea of a hotel. I feel like that's very fun, but...
I feel like it'll probably be beautiful. It's going to be a corner, and I really want a corner that isn't a ugly garage. So, the fact we're going to be getting like an actual corner building is exciting to me. So I'll probably get this one. I still want to get the police station because I really like that one.
Not much else to say on that until we actually see.
Yeah, it's hard to talk on modulars because like you can't. They're
it's gonna be good. It's gonna be really cool, but
yeah.
All right. Do we want to go to some viewer questions now?
Yeah, because there were some pretty good ones, I think.
Alright, if you want to look too and pick out any that you like.
So, question from Dave Bricks. Is there anything you think LEGO could have done better for the 10th anniversary of Ninjago? Yes, I do.
Yeah, what is it?
I don't know if you feel this way, but I think that they should have put, first of all, I think all of the golden minifigures should have come out in one wave. And I think it was just a normal wave of Legacy with golden minifigures in it, instead of like sets that kind of correlate to the golden minifigures, which I think could have potentially been cooler.
I think, okay, here's my, so I think 2 waves was fine, but Zane and Lloyd should have been swapped. So we had the original 4 in the first wave, and then the 2 Ninja that joined later in the second. And I don't know if it necessarily should have, but I guess it could have been cool if they did, like, some of the most iconic vehicles from the past in Legacy. Mm-hmm. So, like, because you're right, it was kind of sporadic. Like, there was just normal Legacy sets with golden figures, which I was fine with, and I guess that's kind of similar to what Star Wars did for their 20th. Mm-hmm. So those were Legacy is remade sets, but Star Wars was more direct remakes. But it would have been cool if it was like, I don't know, Golden Zane came in the Shurikopter and Golden Cole came in the Tread Assault, and like I don't know if it was a proper like iconic vehicle for them. Like give us a big Samurai X mech, and that could be the one Nia comes in. But I don't know. I'm overall pretty satisfied with how they handled it. I think they could have released sets worldwide at the same time. That would have been cool for the 10th anniversary.
This would be cool.
I also wish the island was a bit more of a show. Because
I completely agree. It's one of the weaker seasons.
Well, just because it was only 4, like in terms of amount of Ninjago content, this year is one of the lowest, if not the no. I guess Reboot it had less than this year, but this year is like up there with the amount, like minutes of runtime of show. This year's up there with the least. So.
Yeah.
I don't know, for the 10th anniversary, I kind of wish there was more show, but Seabound was so good that it kind of makes up for that, so.
Yes, Seabound's one of the best seasons, I think, ever.
For sure, no, for sure. Yeah, and I don't know, just more would have been cool. Just more Legacy, more, like if they, maybe like 1 or 2 more golden figures, like give us Pixel and Garmadon or something, like.
I agree. I would have liked more also of the $10 sets at some point.
Yeah, like, that's true. Yeah, a second wave of gimmick sets would have been cool. But overall, I'm pretty satisfied with it. Like last year, I didn't expect anything this year. Like literally nothing. I thought it was just gonna be a normal year because LEGO rarely advertises Ninjago at all, so I didn't think they were gonna take the extra budget to celebrate the 10th anniversary. So I'm like, we got the gardens, we got the golden figures, so I'm overall pretty satisfied with it.
Yeah.
And another question from Zion49 wants us to talk about Minecraft Live, and I think this is a good thing to mention. So did you actually watch the stream, or did you just catch up after?
So I watched bits and pieces on YouTube, but I did not watch it live.
So I did watch it live, and holy crap, LegoCon is so bad. LegoCon was so bad, man.
Yeah.
Like, watching Minecraft Live, like, because they did very, like, they had an entire section about how Minecraft is being used in education spaces, right? Mm-hmm. And, like, that, like, LegoCon had similar things, but Minecraft was quick and to the point about it, and, like, it wasn't necessarily the most interesting thing for me, but it was, like, done in 3 minutes, and they got back to news, right? But, like, Minecraft Dungeons, I don't play that game very often, so, like, I haven't even beat the content that's out, so I don't really care about the DLC right now. But they spent a little time on that, but they, like, managed to keep my interest the entire time.
Yeah.
Like, LegoCon just had nothing.
Yeah.
It's just, they, like, literally, next year for LegoCon, they just need to have Lydia Winters host the entire thing, because she's very good at it.
Yeah.
But, regardless of comparing it to LEGO, in terms of the content revealed, I think it's good.
So, I will say, I don't like that they set these deadlines for when these updates come out, because they keep removing stuff from caves and cliffs.
Right, well, I think that's why, like, next update is literally just 2 things that have been, like, nothing was new revealed for the Wild update. Both were things we knew were coming at some point. The Deep Dark and the Swamps were both previous things that were confirmed to be coming, so I think this is the Mojang Catches Up update.
Yeah.
I agree, though, yeah, because... I mean, it was pretty bold of them to go Nether update to Cave update back to back. Like,
yeah.
I also think Mojang needs to hire more staff because they're the biggest game company in the world, and they, I think, have like a double-digit number of people working on the game. Which I get, you don't want to spread yourself like, you don't want to have too many people working on it because that creates problems too. But I don't know, like, when modders can implement these things like a day after they're revealed, and Mojang themselves takes over a year and then has to delay stuff. Like, Caves and Cliffs, the full thing, including the Deep Dark, was supposed to come out in June.
And on top of that, they continue to remove stuff from Part 2. Like, just today, I think it was confirmed that bundles and goat horns are not coming to the update.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and on top of that, they've already cut a lot of features that they just don't say when they're going to come.
Yeah. Right, because archaeology is gone, too.
Yeah, archaeology is gone. I mean, now, yes, Deep Dark is coming at some point, but, like, come on, that just delay the entire update, because Deep Dark is, like, kind of the quintessential thing they revealed for this update.
Yeah. Like, for the Deep Dark footage they showed for the Wild update does look incredible, though.
Yes, I agree. It's
genuinely terrifying, which is impressive for Minecraft.
Like, it looks like a horror game, dude.
Yeah, no, straight up. And the way, like, you have to be quiet, and then the thing raises out of the ground, and you have to, like, get around it. Like,
and he was wearing full netherite armor, and it killed him in 2 hits.
Yeah, no, it seems awesome. I'm very excited for it.
Hell brick.
What?
Like screamer brick.
Yeah. I don't know. The Wild update is like. So what I think the Wild update's going to be is like they confirmed the swamps, the birch forests, and the Deep Dark, and I think the reason that's so little is because they're like, okay, we're going to get at least this much out. I think there's a chance there's going to be more biomes updated as well, because we also know because the swamp was the thing that lost the biome vote last year or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
The swamp lost to the cliffs, but the biome votes said, which are we updating first? We're gonna do all these updates at some point, but which are we updating first? So now the swamp is coming, but we have the Badlands from that year, and then the previous year the desert and the savannah lost, and all those supposed to come at some point. So if I had to guess, in Wild Update, they might add those other 3 as well if they have time, but they're only talking about the swamp right now in case they don't have time for the other ones. They can just release the swamp and deliver everything they promised, which I think is good.
I will say, what they revealed for their swamp looks incredible.
No, the swamp does look beautiful. My only disappointment is the blank color is really boring.
Yeah, but I think it's, like, not bad.
No, it's just too safe. Like, it's just between acacia and jungle. Like,
I mean, how many more colors are there for wood?
I don't know. I feel like an olive green or something would be cool. Like a moss. Like, if they introduced, like, a mossy... Like, I thought it would be cool to have, like, a mossy log in the swamp, and it turns into, like, a greenish plank.
That's true. I don't know.
And then, like, even a more gray plank could be cool. Because, like, gray wood exists in real.
Yeah, no, that's true. I would like the ability to paint wood.
Yeah, I would too, but they've previously said that, like, that's never coming. They said they would rather introduce new blocks of different colors than just have wood serve as everything. So that's like, I don't care about wood. It's just that wood can turn into fences and buttons and stairs and slabs and everything, and just like a wood block does a lot more for me than like deep slate. I guess deep slate could do some things too, but
deep slate can do all of the things.
Okay, well that was a bad example. But there's something like nether wart block cannot become a fence. Okay.
Yeah.
So wood is very versatile. So whenever we get new wood, we get a bunch of extra really cool blocks with it.
We're also getting mud bricks, which is cool looking.
Yeah, the mud bricks are cool. The frogs are so funny.
The frogs are great, and the fireflies are really cool ambiance.
Yeah, no, it's super cool. I'm very curious what the fireflies are going to actually do. Like, are they just like particles in the swamps, or are they going to be actual mobs that like can do something?
So I feel like there might be something in between, because we've had confirmation frogs eat them.
Yeah. Well, and if you look I think actually what it's going to be is they're going to be mobs, but it's going to be like a swarm of fireflies as one mob.
Yeah.
And I don't think you're going to be able to hit it with your sword, but if you watch the presentation, when the frog does its tongue, like all the fireflies move towards it.
Okay.
So I think you will be able to interact with them in some way, but what the extent of that is, I don't know.
But still, they look great, and I'm gonna be quite interested to like actually build stuff in a swamp now, which I've never done before.
Yeah,
so
for sure. I've always liked the swamp biomes, but they've desperately needed their own trees for a while.
Yeah, I agree.
They're finally getting it. The mud's cool. Yeah, I'm excited for this update, and the Deep Dark looks great. I think it's obviously a smaller one, but I think it's good, because that way whatever's revealed at Minecraft Live next year can actually come to the game in a timely manner. Because they weren't even... Was Nether Update even out when Caves Cliff was announced?
I don't remember.
Or it might have just come out, but like
I think it just come out.
like I mean, half of Caves and Cliffs is the Cliffs part, and that was from the 2019 biome vote, right? The 2019 biome vote is not even in the game yet. That's another thing I find funny is like the Cliffs won the biome vote, but Swamps are gonna get in like 6 months later. Like it's not gonna be. There's most likely going to be longer between the biome vote and the Cliffs than the Cliffs and the Swamp, which I find really funny.
You know what though? The one thing I'm a little worried about is how are they going to deal with the new depth limit?
What do you mean?
In existing worlds, like what have they figured that out?
Oh yet? Yeah, no, they fixed it. It's already fixed on Bedrock and it hasn't been implemented in Java snapshots yet. But all Bedrock turns deep slate, and then 64 blocks of caves generate below your world.
That's what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I don't need to like start new worlds.
No. Like obviously all your existing like new caves aren't going to generate above Y0, but below it you'll get new caves and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really cool. Like that's what I wanted them to do since the beginning, but I didn't know if they could do it, but they apparently figured it out.
That's what I've wanted, but I honestly stopped playing Minecraft for a while because I didn't want to like continue my world and then find out, oh, I can't do any of the new stuff on this world.
Yeah, no, and what else? Something else, but I forget what I was gonna say. Cool.
Still, good stuff coming.
Yeah, no, I'm very excited, and for those who watched the Twitch channel, me and Emma obviously have not streamed in a while because we're at college, but over winter break we will probably be playing some Minecraft, so want to see some Minecraft gameplay, stay tuned for that.
I should get back into playing Minecraft because I've not played in like 8 months.
I should too. I've had a desire to, but I'm waiting for this update because I know I'll have a lot more fun once the update's out.
Me too. Like I always play a lot when they update for like 3 to 4 months and then I stop.
It's kind of wild though how long this took because all of these features were literally in the game in March, and it's just been pretty much bug fixes since then. Like because we've been waiting on the Deep Dark, and
no, like none of this is new.
No, and I do wish Caves and Cliffs was bigger, man, because we're only getting 2 cave biomes, and Deep Dark will be a 3rd, but I don't know, I feel like there's so much more. This is what I mean by they need to,
it feels unfinished for how long it's taken.
Yeah. They need to hire more staff, because they have the capacity to produce more than 2 biomes. Because, like, the technical side of, like, how to generate these biomes, so I get that's going to take time, that's going to be hard, but if you could put, like, I'm not a game designer, but if you could put 1 biome in the game, I'm sure you could put 2. Like, now obviously you need artists and developers to say, okay, what's this biome going to look like, how's it going to generate, but if you just have, if you hire 3 more people and have 3 more people working on this new biome, then there's, like, way more you can do.
Also, why couldn't... Well, I can't even remember the name of it, but like that, I think it's like Driftleaf or something be a new wood.
What?
Or no, like the bush.
Oh, Azalea. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's really lame. Excuse me for a moment. I'm plugging my computer charger in because my computer is dying.
Okay.
Okay, we're good.
Okay. But like, why wasn't that a new wood?
I don't know. It's just like, it doesn't make sense. It should have been. That could have been like a pinkish wood. That would have been really cool.
Yeah. I don't know.
But anyway, I'm excited. Mojang definitely stretches themselves thin, but regardless, they make good games, so I'm going to play the game, and I'm going to enjoy it.
Last question from DBX Bricks, just because I know we both watched it. Thoughts on Squid Game?
Squid Game, good.
Squid Game, good.
Make me a little sad, and then spoilers makes me a little not sad at the end.
Yeah, I loved it. I mean...
No, I genuinely really enjoyed it. It was a good show. I've seen a very popular take on Instagram and Twitter that like, oh, popular thing bad. Oh, can people shut up about Squid Game? It's not even that good, but it was good.
It is that good.
Yeah, it is that good. Like,
if you so one thing I will say is please don't watch the dub. Watch it with subtitles in Korean. The dub is like comically bad.
Yeah, but the subtitles, it's a really good show. It's sad and dark, but really well done. And the ending's a little weird, but you know what? I enjoyed it, and y'all are just haters.
Yep.
Those squids certainly can game.
All right, so
one last thing is I think Let me check if this was a leak or if this was... Yeah, okay. So remember those VIP add-on packs from a few months ago? Yeah. The Halloween one was revealed, and I just want to mention that real quick, so I'm definitely going to forget about it next week.
Yeah.
So not much to say on this because we're not getting it in the US, at least for a few months, but have you seen it, Matthew?
No, I didn't even know anything about this.
Here, I will send you the link. It's on Brick Fanatics, friends of the show.
Right. Friends of the show.
Friends of the show. Brick Fanatics, can you make an article on my podcast, please? Thank you. I just sent it in the skip chat.
I'm looking at it. Dude, it looks so cool!
Oh, really? See, I thought this one was kind of lame.
I just want, like, the parts are good.
I really like the other ones, but I felt like this one was kind of lame.
It's like, what, 4 skeletons?
4 skeletons, there's a few witch hats, like wooden wheels?
Yeah, wheels, pumpkins, dude, it's good pieces. This is probably the weakest, but it's still good.
Yeah, I don't know, the other ones, like, the other one had like 30 pigs in it.
That's true.
This one has gray frogs and bats and spiders. Yeah, and it looks like there might be some orange plates in there. Those are kind of cool, potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely the weakest of the 4, but still very cool. I want these in the US. Like, why is Lego... This is what Lego Extra should have been.
Why? Okay, but also, why do they need to test this?
I know, like, why is video release worldwide, but this is what they have to test? Dude, I'd buy so many of these. Not this one, but the pig one, I'd buy so many pigs. Dude, I literally... There's pigs at my Build-A-Minifig, and I bought a Build-A-Minifig just to get 3 pigs, because I wanted the pigs.
Yes, I mean, pigs are pretty important to have.
They are. That pig comes in, what, 1 set? 1 or 2? Yeah, I think it was literally 1 Nexo-Knight set from 2017.
It's also in the burrow.
Is it? Oh, maybe it is. Okay.
And you were like, I might get the burrow just for the pigs.
Oh, yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, I don't know. Why can't these be in the US too?
I don't know, man. It's kind of absurd. I'm looking up the pig. It's very important to me.
I know.
No, this specific one I think was only in the Nexo-Knight set. The one in the burrow is different.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. There's a. Oh no. Okay, sorry. Okay, the pig's a little more common than I thought. So there's a pig. There's a female pig that only comes in the Nexo-Knight set, and that's what I was looking at. Or I don't know, not necessarily a pig with eyelashes, which only comes in the Nexo-Knight set. But then there's the pig without eyelashes that comes in the burrow. And the burrow also comes with the nougat pig, which also comes in a few more sets. And the pink pig comes in the Pirates of Barracuda Bay set.
Interesting.
Oh wait, no. So sorry. The modern burrow comes in the pink pig. The nougat pig comes in the original burrow. Got that, Matthew?
Yeah, I got that. Alright, I think that's about enough for today.
Alright, that's gonna do it for this week's episode of the Woo Crew Podcast. If you enjoyed, please press like, subscribe if you're new. We do these every Wednesday for Sensei Wu Wednesday. Anything else to say, Matthew?
Nope.
See you on the next one.
See you on the next one. Question from answer is 7. These nuts.
Don't say that on the podcast.
That's like the exit thing.
Hey, it's me, Pixar.